Shalom Yasharallah. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone who rule one who taught us this truth, and salutations to all the Akim pushing this word in truth and in sincerity with charity. It's the brothers from the Great Millstone Camp here in Chicago, and Lord willing, it's an edifying lesson. All right, separate yourselves, from fools, man. All right, this is Proverbs. Chapter 14, verse 7, go from the presence of a foolish man when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge, man. Don't even waste your time with a fool, man. It's not profitable. All right? You give a man a chance and, he fucks it up twice. Hey, just dip on that guy. He's not getting it. You see? You guys got something? I got another one. This Sirach, chapter 21, verse 14, the inner parts of a fool are like a broken vessel, and he will hold no knowledge as long as he liveth, man. So here it is. That's like extra weight that you got to bear dealing with the fool, man. All right? It's going to be a vexation, It's just going to be it's just going to make things complicated in your walk dealing with someone like this, Oh, go ahead.
This is Sirach, chapter 27, verse 12. It said, if thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time, but be continually around men of understanding.
Good.
And so we have to continually try our best to be around men of understanding, man. When we get out in this world, when we around our family members and around people that's just still in this world, man, that's, asleep, man. We got to basically be circumspect, man. Watch what we doing, man, and just... don't linger too long, man. We do what we gotta do, and we get out, man, But our goal, our main circle and the ones that we should strive to be around is like-minded men, like the brothers, that's in our camp or in our cities, and a different men that understand this truth, man.
God.
I got one. This is Sirach 7 and verse let's just like it. Sirach 7 and verse 20. I don't know.
Which one are you looking for?
It says, oh no, select it. Wrong verse. 7 and 30. What? Select it. Go ahead. I thought I had it.
This is Sirach 22, verse 14. What is heavier than lead, and what is the name thereof but a fool? Sand and salt, and a mass of iron is easier to bear than a man without understanding. All right? Because, hey, man, at least the sand, the salt, and the mass of iron, it stays quiet. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, you got a fool speaking, and that shit's irksome, man. All right? Because all they speak is folly, man. Nothing profitable. Nothing concerning salvation. Mm-hmm. All right? Nothing concerning Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right? A fool is full of folly.
God, yeah, and not just that, shit, worse. You could end up taking on his ways,
Yeah, broke that.
The people you hang around with the most, you tend to pick up on certain of their characteristics. Right. So if you're hanging out with a foolish person, which is somebody who's not following the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, you're gonna end up taking on their ways, and by the time you know it, you're gonna be becoming a foolish person. Right. So that's why yeah, how the world says bad vibes and good vibes and all that. In a way, that is true, So whenever we see these people, hey, just like the scriptures say, use the world but don't abuse it, and just whatever you got to do and talk about them with, and just do that. But all that extra shit, nah. This is Sirach 7, and I'm gonna start at 1. It says, "Do no evil, so shall no harm come unto thee. Depart from the unjust, and iniquity shall turn away from thee." You see, so the unjust and foolish could go hand in hand. They're the same thing, So if we depart from them, then what is less of a chance that we're gonna offend, and more of a way that we are going there. We are protecting our spirit. It says, "My son, sow not upon the furrows of unrighteousness, and thou shalt not reap them sevenfold." So in other words, just don't hang around, put yourself in situations where you're vulnerable to do iniquity, and that's more than likely to happen amongst a foolish person. They're not going to be considerate about their actions. They're not going to fear the Lord. So all their actions are going to be based on impulse, based on the flesh. You'll fuck around, get yourself in a situation that you can't get out of, dealing with a foolish person. So we got to be careful when it comes to dealing with these people, man. That's what the scriptures say. If a brother could get it, it says be constantly with a wise man, something like that. So there was. So because if you're with a wise man, you're gonna become wise. If you're with a fool, you're gonna become a fool.
Sorry, I got one.
Go ahead.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 14. It says, "Be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communication hath light with darkness?" All right, and that's the point, man. Be not unequally yoked with unbelievers, man. All right, we gotta be yoked together, with like-minded men. All right, you can't, like Brother said, be spending all your time around these people in the world, man, because like the brother said, man, spirits, rub off, man. You'll find yourself, picking up, characteristics from these guys because you're constantly around them, man. All right, and then like the brother said, you're putting yourself in a more situation where you're more acceptable to transgression, man. Because like the brother said, man, these people in the world, man, all right, they go off impulse and off the flesh, man. All right, they don't have the fear of the Lord, man. All right. So, you gotta constantly be, yoked with the believers, man. All right. That's the scripture says, "Iron sharpens iron," man. So you can constantly grow, man. All right. The scripture says, "Two are better than one." For if you have if one falls, another to pick him up. If you're around a man in the world, you fall. He's gonna kick you down a little bit more, man.
Right? Oh, he's gonna pull you down with him when he falls.
Exactly.
But this is what the brother called for, Sirach 37 verse 12. "But be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry."
Right. So you're gonna be in the same accord, and whenever you fall, instead of because a foolish person might be glad at your downfall, or when something bad happens to you, or might laugh at it. You have these fucking people in the world, like they be doing like little pranks. Somebody be sleeping and then they're over there like, throwing, rubbing their ass in their face or some shit, And then when he wakes up all mad, they start mocking him, like ha ha ha, like you really call that a friend? Like this is what you're putting yourself for. When you hang around with a foolish person, you don't know what to expect from them, So instead be constantly with a godly man, so you could take up on his ways, So and then you could learn from each other and rebuke each other, and that iron will sharpen iron, because you're not gonna be able to do that with a fool. A fool is only gonna make your iron, your weapon, your sword more dull,
Right.
But I have one. This is Sirach 9 and 15. It says, "Let thy talk be with the wise, and all thy communication in the law of the Most High." And you're not gonna do that with a fool. You try to bring the law of the Most High, spirituality, things concerning the scriptures. He's gonna laugh. He's gonna mock. He's gonna tell you to shut up. He's gonna tell you he doesn't want to talk about it. He's gonna switch the topic. It says, "And let just men eat and drink with thee, and let thy glorying be in the fear of Yahweh Bashim Haushai." So these are the people that we're supposed to hang around with, man. Not the world. So like that, hey, all you guys could fear in the Lord. All you guys could, have each other's back. So on and so forth. A foolish person, you're not gonna be able to do that with.
Right.
He's not going to glory in the Lord. He's not going to check you when you're going off, or, if anything, he's going to put stumbling blocks before you. You know?
And leads you into a ditch that he himself is falling into.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what do they say? Misery loves company.
Right.
You know, so, you know, him thinking it's strange that you're not walking, he's going to want to, you know, in a way turn you up. You know, and people glory in that. You know, they, if you're not doing what they're doing, they get like they get off on making you do what they do.
Right.
You know, just so they can feel better about themselves. You know, those are all situations that you could get into messing around with a fool, hanging around with foolish people. You know, so we got to be around the wise and you know, discreet. Those that fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Only that way we'll grow and prosper. The other way will only go, you know,
it's unprofitable.
It's unprofitable. You know, we'll go backwards. You know.
And with that, you got something?
Yeah. Where's the one? In Sirach.
How's it go?
It's kind of like the Ephesians one.
What do you mean?
Got you. No, I was in the street.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I brought that out right now.
You brought it up, right? But there's one in the apocrypha that goes with it. It sounds almost like.
Oh yes, no, I brought it out.
27 and 12. And watch that coffee.
Yeah. This is the one you brought up?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Oh, you didn't bring out the Ephesians one? Oh.
We have the Ephesians one.
The Spirit.
Sit down.
This is Ephesians 5:15. It says, "See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise." So if you don't want to walk like a fool, you're not gonna put yourself and hang around with fools. You know, you're gonna be wise yourself and hanging around with wise men with the same mentality, right? So that you could be as circumspect as you can. And when you fail, you'll have somebody to actually have your back and their best interest for your soul.
Exactly.
Verse 16, it says, "Redeeming the time because the days are evil," and especially the times that we're in now. You know, the times that we're in now, you don't know what these people can do to you, man. You know, put you into, you know, so on and so forth. These people are wicked, man. It says what, that the love of many shall wax cold. Mm-hmm. It's, you know, it's literally a dog eat dog world out there. You know. It says, "Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of Yahweh is." You know, and what's the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai? For us to be in as much as possible in the Spirit. You know, to be full of the Spirit. You know, for us to do His will, for us to do His work, for us to be as wise as possible. Mm-hmm. You know, so we gotta understand that that's what He wants, and put ourselves around that type of environment that will help us grow and all that, and not be amongst fools, you know.
And with that, we hope this lesson was edifying and exhorting. Again, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakodash. The honors to the apostles and others, a great millstone who rule one who tells us truth, and salutations to all the Akim, pushing this word in truth and sincerity with charity. Shalom, and Abba Ball.